Namaste and Jai Shri Krishna. Today we would be narrating the pastime of Ramaa Ekadashi. It is said that if one observes Ekadashi, then one receives entrance to Lord Vishnu's abode. Simply by listening to this Ekadashi katha, one attains the same merit as observing the fast. Please listen attentively. Ramaa Ekadashi pastime. Yudhishthir Maharaj said, O Janardhan, O protector of all beings, what is the name of the Ekadashi that occurs during the dark fortnight, Krishna Paksh, of the month of Kaarthik, October-November? Please impart the sacred knowledge to me.
Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel to encourage more videos like this.
The Supreme Lord Sri Krishna replied, O lion among kings, please listen. The Ekadashi that occurs during the dark part of the month of Kaarthik is called Ramaa Ekadashi. It is most auspicious, for it at once eradicates the greatest sins and awards one passage to the spiritual abode. I shall now narrate to you its history and glories. There once lived a famous king of the name Muchukund, who was friendly to Lord Indra, the king of the heavenly planets, as well as with Yamraj, Varun and Vibhishan, the pious brother of the demon Ravan. Muchukund always spoke the truth and constantly rendered devotional service to me. Because he ruled according to religious principles, there were no disturbances in his kingdom. Muchukund's daughter was named Chandrabhaga after a sacred river, and the king gave her in marriage to Shoban, the son of Chandrasen. One day, Shoban visited his father-in-law's palace on the auspicious Ekadashi day. This visit made Shoban's wife Chandrabhaga quite anxious, for she knew that her husband was physically very weak and unable to bear the austerity of a day-long fast. She said to him, My father is very strict about following Ekadashi. On Dashami, the day before Ekadashi, he strikes a large kettle drum and announces, Nobody should eat on Ekadashi, the sacred day of Sri Hari. When Shoban heard the sound of the kettle drum, he said to his wife, O beautiful one, what am I to do now? Please tell me how I can save my life and obey your father's strictness at the same time. Chandrabhaga then spoke, My dear husband, in my father's house, nobody, not even the elephants and horses, what to speak of human beings, eats on Ekadashi. Indeed, none of the animals are given their ration of grains, leaves, or straw, or even water on Ekadashi, the sacred day of Sri Hari. So, how can you escape fasting? My beloved husband, if you must eat something, then you should leave here at once. Now, with firm conviction, decide what to do. Prince Shoban then said, I have decided to fast on the sacred Ekadashi day. Whatever my fate is, it will surely come to pass. Deciding thus, Shoban attempted to fast on that Ekadashi, but he became unbearably disturbed with excessive hunger and thirst. Eventually, the sun set in the west, and the arrival of the auspicious night made all the Vaishnavas very happy. O Yudhishthir, all the devotees enjoyed worshipping me, Sri Hari, and remaining awake all throughout the night. But to Prince Shoban, that night became absolutely unbearable. Indeed, when the sun rose on the Dvadashi day, that Prince Shoban was dead. King Muchukund observed his son-in-law's funeral, ordering a large stack of wood be assembled for the fire. But he instructed his daughter Chandrabhaga not to join her husband on the funeral pyre. Thus Chandrabhaga, after performing all the purificatory processes and procedures for honoring her deceased husband, continued to live in her father's house. Lord Sri Krishna continued, O best of the kings, Yudhishthir, even though Shoban died because of observing Ramaa Ekadashi, the merit that he accrued enabled him after his death to become the ruler of a kingdom high on the peak of Mandarachal mountain. This kingdom was like the city of the Devas, very illustrious, with unlimited jewels set in the walls of its buildings. The pillars were made of rubies and gold inlaid with diamonds shone everywhere. As King Shoban sat upon a throne beneath a pure white canopy, servants fanned him with yak-tail whisks. A stunning crown rested upon his head, beautiful earrings adorned his ears, a necklace graced his throat, and bejeweled armlets and bracelets encircled his arms. He was served by Gandharvas, the best of heavenly singers, and Apsaras, celestial dancers. Verily, he resembled a second Indra. One day, a Brahmin named Soma Sharma, who lived in Muchukund's kingdom, happened to pass by Shoban's kingdom while traveling to various places of pilgrimage. The Brahman saw Shoban in all his resplendent glory and thought he might be the son-in-law of his own King Muchukund. When Shoban saw the Brahman approaching, he immediately rose up from his seat and welcomed him. After Shoban had paid his respectful obeisances, he asked the Brahman about his well-being and about the health and welfare of his, Shoban's, father-in-law, his wife, and all the residents of the city. Somasharma then said, O king, all the residents and subjects are well in your father-in-law's kingdom, and Chandrabhaga and your other family members are also quite well. Peace and prosperity reign throughout the kingdom. But there is one thing. I am quite astonished to find you here. Please tell me about yourself. Nobody has ever seen such a beautiful city as this. Kindly tell me how you obtained it. King Shoban then began to tell his story. Because I observed Ramaa Ekadashi, I was given this splendid city to rule over. But for all its grandeur, it is only temporary. I beg you to do something to correct this deficiency. You see, this is only an ephemeral city, a place of this material world. How may I make its beauties and glories permanent? Kindly instruct me. The Brahman then asked, Why is this kingdom unstable, and how will it become stable? Please fully explain this to me, and I shall try to help you. Shoban then answered, Because I fasted on Ramaa Ekadashi without any faith, this kingdom is impermanent. Now hear how it can become permanent. Please return to Chandrabhaga, the beautiful daughter of King Muchukund, and tell her what you have seen and understood about this place and about me. Surely if you, a pure-hearted Brahmin, tell her this, my city will soon become permanent. Thus the Brahmin returned to his city and related the entire episode to Chandrabhaga, who was both surprised and overjoyed to hear this news of her husband. She said, O Brahmin, is this a dream you have seen, or is it actually a fact? Somasharma, the Brahmin, replied, O princess, I have seen your late husband face to face in that wonderful kingdom, which resembles a realm of the Devas. But he says that his entire kingdom is unstable and could vanish into thin air at any moment. Therefore, he hopes you can find a way to make it permanent. Chandrabhaga then said, O sage among the Brahmins, please take me to my husband at once, for I greatly desire to see him again. Surely I shall make his kingdom permanent with the merit that I have acquired by fasting on every Ekadashi throughout my life. Please reunite us at once. It is said that one who reunites separated people obtains very great merit. The humble Brahmin Somasharma then led Chandrabhaga to Shoban's effulgent kingdom. Before reaching it, however, they stopped at the foot of Mount Mandarachal at the sacred ashram of Vamdev. Upon hearing their story, Vamdev chanted hymns from the Vedas and sprinkled holy water upon Chandrabhaga. By the influence of that great Rishi's rites, the merit she had accrued by fasting for so many Ekadashis made her body transcendental. Ecstatic, her eyes beaming in wonder, Chandrabhaga continued on her journey. When Shoban saw his wife approaching him high on Mount Mandarachal, he was overwhelmed with joy and called out to her in great happiness. After she arrived, he seated her on his left side, and she said to him, O dearest one, please listen as I tell you something that will benefit you greatly. Since I was 8 years old, I have fasted regularly and with full faith on every Ekadashi. If I transfer to you all the merit I have thus accumulated, your kingdom will surely become permanent, and its prosperity will grow and grow until the coming of the great inundation. Lord Sri Krishna then continued to address Yudhishthir as follows. O Yudhishthir, in this way Chandrabhaga, who was beautifully decorated with the finest ornaments and had an exquisite transcendental body, at last enjoyed peace and happiness with her husband. By the potency of Ramaa Ekadashi, Shoban found his kingdom on the peaks of Mandarachal hill, able to fulfill all his desires and bestow upon him everlasting happiness, like that achieved from the transcendental Kamadhenu cow. O greatest of kings, I have thus narrated to you the glories of Ramaa Ekadashi. Anyone who simply hears the glories of the sacred day of Ramaa Ekadashi is freed from all kinds of sin and attains the supreme abode of Lord Vishnu. Thus ends the narration of the glories of the sacred Kaarthik Krishna Ekadashi or Ramaa Ekadashi from the Brahma Vaivarta Puran. Namaste.
Haribol.